What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 18 Diamond Dynasty video, and today I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about something. Of course, you guys know I've covered career arcs extensively. There's been a lot of talks, a lot of discussion regarding career arcs on this channel, and for good reason. You know, as I said before, and we'll say again, career arcs are the stepping stone to the Immortals, which of course we already know are the best cards in the game. We all want Immortals, so in turn, we all want career arcs. Now, MLB The Show or San Diego Studios already has confirmed that there will be a second wave of career arcs. Of course, just on Friday, they released all the final position programs, such as this Francisco Mejia, Justin Bour, and Sean Kingery. Those guys, so you can basically get like all the career arcs that are out now. Now unlockables: Chase Utley, Gary Carter, Paul Molitor, and Trevor Hoffman. But you guys are already aware of that, of course. But if you guys don't know, if you guys have been living under a rock for the literally month and a half that MLB The Show 18's been out, there will be a second wave of career arcs, of course, because these Immortals are not unlockable yet. As you see, each and every one needs another program souvenir. So basically what we have now is going to get doubled. We're going to have another one for each and every position, and potentially we could receive more Immortals. I already made a video before saying that we have Ted Williams confirmed. He was found in the game files in the initial live stream, so we know Teddy Ballgame should be coming as an Immortal, but we do not know if there will be any more. I hope so, but then again, I don't really know, because if they would release these around like the All-Star game, which right now is my prediction, the second wave of career arcs I'm talking about, I don't really know if they'd have time to put more Immortals into the game. I don't really know what their plan is, but regardless, I am excited for the second wave of career arcs. We know we're getting at least this many. I'm not going to count that many, frankly, because I don't know how to count that high, but basically, in previous videos I've covered, and some people have not realized that yet, there are 3 so far confirmed career arcs, that being Mike Schmidt, Frank Thomas, and Jose Reyes. We know those 3 are coming. As well, I made a prediction video on who I think I'm gonna see. I'll leave the full video to that in the top right hand corner, as well as down below in the description, so you guys can go ahead and see. Basically, I just go through every single position and I say what or who we might see as a career arc. And honestly, I'm pretty confident in pretty much all of my picks, based off just SDS, like what they usually like to do, and players that we haven't really seen a great card yet. And it would only make sense. But like I said, the only 3 that are confirmed 100% we know are Frank Thomas, Jose Reyes, and Mike Schmidt. We know those 3, so you can kind of base off this video how exactly to go ahead and prepare for those by, you know, for sure those 3 teams, and they're not going for too much. Of course, I would expect the formula, the Krabby Patty secret formula, for these to be the exact same, you know, hat exchange, jersey exchange outfielders, or not Immortals. I hate how it does that. Come on, I'm clicking on the career arc. I didn't click here and I didn't click there. Come on, SDS, stop it. But you do need hats, jerseys, that field, and you're gonna need stats, which obviously you can't really prepare for. But a good way to start preparing is, for example, if you want to take Gary Carter, we know you need the Francisco Mejia. What you do not need right now is this Ryan Hannigan. So just because you don't need him for this one doesn't mean you wouldn't need him at all. I guarantee you he's gonna be needed for the next catcher, which I predicted in my video is gonna be either Johnny Bench or Yogi Berra. I almost can guarantee you 100% that it's gonna be one of those 2 catchers. So make sure to do all of these position programs, just because right now they're not needed. For example, like that Ryan Hannigan, and there's more too. Like I think this Chris Carter doesn't go into Paul Molitor, does he? Maybe he does. Yeah, he does not go in there, so he will be needed for Frank Thomas. So make sure to get those done ahead of time. And of course, like I said, you can't really prepare for stats because you can't do those yet, because you're gonna need those players and they're not out yet. And even if they were, they would not count. But what you can go ahead and do is start stocking up on some hats and jerseys. That's a good way to go ahead and do it. And especially the teams that have been announced, especially the White Sox, because I know personally I'm really going to want that Frank Thomas. Hats are not going for too much, only 64. that price will skyrocket once Frank Thomas ends up into the game. So make sure to buy these now. Of course, as always, I shouldn't have to say it, but make sure to put in buy orders. Do not do lists. If you want to save stubs, and that's really the whole goal, you don't want to try to lose out on stubs, please put in buy orders. It might take a little longer, but trust me, patience is a virtue. You probably heard that from a bunch of weird adults that you don't really understand what it means, but trust me, it is a virtue, and I can just tell you it is needed if you want to go ahead and preserve those stubs and make them go a lot longer. Also, jerseys as well. Now, unfortunately, the Marlins, or not the Marlins actually, but the Mets. I don't know why I was thinking the Marlins for Jose Reyes. I guess he played there for a little bit. The Mets aren't too expensive, only 89. Once again, put those in. And then jerseys as well, you're going to want to go ahead and start grabbing those. These are only 460. That's not too terrible. I know it sucks. It seems like you're putting all these stubs into something that you're not even going to get. It's not even physical. But for the New York Mets, the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Chicago White Sox, I will promise you those are going to be needed for career arcs because Jose Reyes played on the Mets, Mike Schmidt for the Phillies, and Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Now, as far as speculation, I don't think it would be a bad idea to kind of like jump on some. For example, there's a bunch of teams that have like cheap hats, for example. Some of them that I know for sure that are really cheap, like the Mariners. Actually, wow, I sold all my Mariners stock at like 50 the other day, rip. But teams like the Rangers, if they end up getting a career arc, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and buy these now. Like, you're really only going to be spending, of course it just went up, but it's only like 46 for a hat, and you don't need that many hats when you go ahead and do those missions. So guys, just go ahead and stock up on jerseys and hats and souvenirs in general. I would assume it's going to be the exact same formula as this one. You're going to have some stats, you're going to have to do the program souvenirs, which of course some of them are not out yet, these position programs, but in time they will go ahead and release. And when those do release, make sure to jump on those quick. Also, make sure to have all of these done because they will be needed. Just because some of them aren't needed now, that basically means they're going to basically guaranteed to be needed later on. And there also is going to be more. Like I said, we did get a diamond, and that's going to confirm to me that we're going to get a lot more diamonds, especially if we're getting like an 85 overall program souvenir for a 92 overall card. Frank Thomas is a 97 overall career arc, so we should be getting a couple of position program diamonds. But I hope this video did go ahead and help you on how you guys can go ahead and prepare for the career arcs, the second wave, when they go ahead and drop. Of course, we don't know exactly, but I've mentioned it so many times. I think right now my best guess is going to be pretty much the end of June or the All-Star break. One of those two sounds about right. It's not right away in the game because for you guys that are complaining right now, it's only a month and a half into the game cycle, right? If they release a second round of career arcs, you would basically be getting the best card in the game, you know, not even 2 months in. That is kind of ridiculous. And I know what you might say, oh, it takes longer to grind that. Trust me, I have seen people that are already pretty much done with all, well, not necessarily all the immortals, but I know people, for example, Bob Gibson, they have everything done but this. So once that comes out, and grinding a career arc isn't too insanely hard, even if it takes them a day, within 2 months of the game cycle, they're already gonna have the best cards in the game, which makes it kind of stagnant. But if you guys did enjoy the video and agreed with anything like I said, make sure to leave a like down below. Like I said, I'll have cards in the description for videos such as my predictions on all the career arcs, as well as the Ted Williams confirmed immortal. Let me guys know your opinion on when we think we will see career arcs, who they're gonna be, and how exactly you guys can go ahead and prepare. I think I covered it pretty extensively, but hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And literally, guys, comes out.
Love is love, and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure, and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the